Are there too many businesses in some sectors which are taking up limited manpower resources? That was the question raised by Acting Manpower Minister Tan Chuan-Jin today. He also talked about balance in another area, the wage credit scheme, saying the government had to walk a fine line in deciding how many conditions to attach to it.
Under the wage credit scheme, the government contributes 40% of the pay increases of Singaporean workers earning a monthly salary of up to $4,000. The scheme came under close scrutiny during the recent budget debate, with several MPs saying it was too generous. Others pointed out there's no direct link between the scheme and raising productivity.
The question also is then, how then do you then tie it? There's always a balance. You want to attach a lot of conditions. You'd want date rate loss, which is, I think, a very fair consideration. But on the other hand, implementation details is important. So we felt that this was a very clean, very neat idea. I don't think it's going to be perfect.
Mr. Tan believes the scheme will help companies alleviate cost pressures within the next 3 years. As a result, they will be able to maintain competitiveness and continue creating jobs for Singaporeans. He adds the government will review the scheme to decide if it should continue after the 3 years when the time comes, as business cycles are difficult to predict. On the issue of foreign manpower, Mr. Tan noted that demand is high across all sectors. But he questioned if the consumption can be better allocated.
For example, F&B outlets, I think, some would feel that there are many, and not all of them are necessarily full. And you can see that there's a lot of fairly high turnover. They set up and then they run for a while and they close. But every company that sets up actually is taking up manpower. And actually it also deprives other companies who may be needing it. So how do you then best allocate?
Mr. Tan also commented on his appointment as the new anchor minister at Marine Parade GRC. He takes over the reins from Emeritus Senior Minister Goh Chok Tong.
The main thing really is, I guess, it's in a GRC team, you have someone sort of playing a slightly perhaps a more forward role to front the GRC, to coordinate. But I would say that actually in many of our GRCs, including our own, actually all of us play quite involved roles in our respective areas. And I think we support each other in activities like this today. So this will continue.
Mr. Tan adds that he will be visiting the other wards in the GRC a lot more in his new role.